Good morning, James Gray,
Good morning.
Chairperson, splm-io, Youth Chapter.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Comrade Dedi.
First things first, what was your reaction when Dr. Riek Machar landed in Juba after several delays?
It was, first of all, I would say it was painful for the first times that when the government of South Sudan was delaying him not to arrive on time. We all actually worry about what happened to our countries. We need our country to be peaceful. And the delaying of Dr. Machar, it was actually it is uncomfortable, way to do things in our countries, and we've been worrying about that. And the last times when he was arrived in Juba was a bless to the all South Sudanese people.
Are you at all concerned about the implementation of the peace agreement, or do you think that, or do you feel that you are a little bit optimistic things will move on in the right direction?
When the war became a selfless war to our country that had been posed into our citizens, thing was completely in a backlash that we are not really trust anything. Our citizens are not trust anything at this time from our politicians until they see the real peace coming to them. They've been formed national government of unity. The ministerial force already been selections by both sides, the detainees and SPLM's IG and SPLM's IO, and the stockholders already been sit down and select the new governments that will unite all South Sudanese. But still, there is so many challenges are still there, and then people are still worried about insecurity in the state and economy problems. This is also a part of the challenge that are not arrived yet into the people. And also the problem of the 280 state also has become a disaster right now. People are not even still think that it's going to be, something will be agreed by the government and the IO. So we'll see what kind of happens. It seems that they've been started in the way that being fruitful and people trust that it should be a good peace, but we'll see what can happen when they're talking about the 280 state.
What do you say to critics who say that splm-io did not nominate enough ladies in the positions they were offered? We know that the splm-io only nominated one lady.
I would say that it's too soon to say that at this moment. When we run away from the countries, when our chairmen run away because he's a victim himself. It was just, the resistance was just started in the bush, where most of our mothers was actually taking care of their own family by that time. We don't have much ladies in the bush than the government have in the countries. So then we cannot blame anyone at this moment, because this is a temporary government has been formed, to unite the South Sudanese. Later on, when we have too many things, there's too many steps that we're going to be taking. There'll be, the state reforms. There should be a lot of females will be involved, and also later on, when we have election in 2018, and then we also have a lot of ladies also will be involved. At this moment, this is a temporary government that was just formed, to rescue the countries. So even there was no more ladies are selections into this. Well, they should be patient for now, because it's just a temporary government. That when we know the longest we've been in this process, we've been pushing by the world community to make this reconciliation to work. It was too hard for all Southerners to come in one place. So I would say that there will be no country without no females, in the government. But at this moment, I would asking, the female for their patient to wait until, things is completely settled. There are so many posts that will involve the, the ladies later on. Even some of the comrades who are actually been in Bagak from day one are not even been selected because we have just 10 posts into our site, 10 ministers, and then the government have 16, and the rest of the parties are getting less. So if you take a look on that, then 10 ministers are not enough for everybody at this moment. Some of our colleagues I know so far are there in Juba now. They've been working so hard, 24 hours, to change these countries. But they didn't get anything at this time. But that would be a time for them also to get their chance. I would say that the women are lovely and they should be in this kind of move. But at this temporary time, they have to take their, their patient.
You've been the chairman of splm-io youth chapter for a number of months now. What have you done in regards to youth league, women's league, veterans league, people with disabilities and students?
Thank you so much, Comrade Dedi, for that question. I love to work with the people. You know my background very well. I've been in this city, in Salt Lake City here, for 24 years. 22 years actually. I mean, I've been a case worker, I've been a job developer for the South Sudanese people here in Salt Lake. I love to work with the youth. The youth is my favorite, and the Women League also is my favorite. I want to make sure that there's no future without no youth. The youth are the footsteps. The generations need to be trained, to follow, the footsteps of the fathers. What I want to tell you about the youth here, we got a little bit downturn in Salt Lake City, Utah, because the youth, organizing. When we came from South Sudan before, as a young people, most of us don't have kids by that time. Our kid, most of them was born here. And, this country have a culture that are actually giving our children a very tough time to understand where we came from. We work hard, to bring our youth into our culture to understand what we are talking about, what we are doing here as a South Sudanese. It needs more explanation for them to understand what is the splm-io mean, and what does the South Sudanese mean to them, and what is their future in our countries. Because they born here. They all have a birth certificate in America. So their vision is just here. Even our chairman, Dr. Mashar, was mentioned at the time that he came here for visit in Utah in October. He was asking the old rooms that we've been, the conference, I think you might be, you was a part of that meeting at that time. He was asking that how many of youth who was born 1994 at the time you guys came here are here today in the hall. So there was nobody show up. And then we've been informed all of them to show up because they've been engaged for too many things with the basketball and the games and everything. And they didn't even have a chance, to meet, with the Dr. Mashab at that time. So in this situation now, it is painful to me as the chairman of the SPL. I'm here in Salt Lake. But what I have done last week was I recruit 4 young ladies who are actually right now organized themselves to collect all the youth and put them together where I can address them, along with some of the elders, including you and the rest. Will come and address them and tell them for sure what is the splm-io mean and what is their future as South Sudanese, young people. This is what it is now in Salt Lake. But we work hard to bring the youth. And I believe that 100% that our youth will be supporting the splm-io under my leadership.
What do you want to tell South Sudanese in Utah or South Sudanese in general about the office here in Utah or about splm-io in general?
I did, send too many messages to South Sudanese people here in Salt Lakes to support the IO, to support our party, to support our movement. Because I know that they have done a lot. The diaspora have actually about 75% of the struggle we have in South Sudan are actually coming from the diaspora. Even the chairman was mentioned that we have, internet warriors, which is actually people fight a lot to change the countries. And I told them that you guys, you need to come and support our party, not supporting me, but support, the vision of our countries. So we need to change our country back into the democracy, where everybody will rule, himself or herself with the fruitful place, and instead, to be dictated by somebody who don't want the country to grow. And then now, a lot of majority of South Sudanese people in Salt Lake now are really supporting the splm-io here in Utah. They be registered, they have registration, they pay their membership fee, and they are working hard, to be united. And you know that we are in tribal basis. We've been born in a tribal base in our country. That will also be part of the difficult situation. But what I have done as a chairman here, I connect myself with the community leaders, with the church leaders, to let them know that, we have a chapter that connecting every single citizen here in Utah. We need to support that. When I talk to all those people I mentioned, they are really happy about that. And now, start from last month and this month now, I have seen a lot of progress from our community right now that are supporting the IO. But I have a little bit, problem with the people who are still sticking for the government of South Sudan. That people are there. I talk to them all the time, but they told me that they're going to be coming to the meeting, but they never came. But otherwise, the splm-io in Utah is the best chapter ever than the all. I would say that I'm really happy for your support and everything that people are doing here in Utah. I seem that I'm really working hard, but not me working hard, but the South Sudanese are really hungry to make sure that they can, support their, their parties and their movement and their leaders.
James Kwe, happy birthday. It's your birthday today. You want to tell us how old you are? What are your plans for the day?
Thank you so much for, I even forgot yesterday that I have a birthday because I've been busy with the SPLM and also with the kid. And I'm 42 years old this year. And my dreams as a South Sudanese person, I'm dreaming that, I have to go back home and work for my countries, serve my people, and change my countries. And also make sure that all South Sudanese who are living with me in Utah have to think about their own country back home. Because we know that we love America, but America is a second home to us. Our real home is South Sudan. We need to make sure that we're going to work together. As a South Sudanese person, I'm still a very young person. At the age of 46, I need to make sure that all my generation and the generation who's going to follow me, my kid and my friend kid, I'll go back to South Sudan. I work together with South Sudanese people who are supporting the splm-io, and I will make sure that we're going to take these people back home. I'm 46 years old man this year, and I'm still a pretty young person. I have a lot of dream to serve my countries.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.